Hello everybody, in this video I would like to explain what am I doing while painting this cosmic space tourist. So he is supposed to be creepy, atmospheric man, futuristic look and fictional. So I start with the body, the sort of first rough idea, so like a spaceman with an interesting head that I pick up later. So I started with the head. I thought that it could be interesting to make a triangle shape. Sorry, I'm speaking slowly. Then I complete the body. So, because this video is like 4 times faster than actually it's happened. It's happening. So then I try to change the pose because I was thinking like if I can make it more dynamic and less symmetrical feel. As you can see, it's now getting there in terms of the bend of the back, and also I like the sort of rhythm of hands and the legs. So he's like half sitting. You know, all this like shooting poses of space marines and space rangers. Then I move on to the different view angle. Let's say if I wanted to see that from the bottom. So he's like invaders. You know, this quite often you can see the UFO object, and then it's just like perspective going down. At the same time, on the next option, next design, I keep thinking about the head shape to make it like a structural. So then I went through the 5 options. So now I'm building the option number 6, which normally is the one that I select because I don't have time to go for like 50 different options. So as you can see here, the body, the pose, I actually quite like, but at the same time I wanted to make a design a little bit more exciting, so that's why I put this like lizard hands and lizard legs actually. So he is like in dynamic pose, but at the same time he can sort of climb and fix himself on the different surfaces. Then I move on to the bigger size image, I mean bigger size line work. With now actually I'm focusing on the line work itself. Based on the overall shape, I can go into details a little bit. Started with the face, of course, because face is very important, and the way how he looks. Then I move on to the shoulders and hands. Basically, here I redraw the hand. Again, I was thinking like it should be something different from the human hand, but at the same time I wanted to keep the structure of human hand at the same time. Then I put some armor idea. I do really like for him to have like a tourist, you know, like the tourist who can show or present his country in a certain way or his world. Maybe it could be some sign on in the center, which is like first rough idea from my point of view. Then I really like sort of insect body, insect way. I just feel that it gives also like some extra power, and like I'm quite interested into this exoskeleton thing. So I decided to give him extra strength as a space alien tourist, and with this insect kind of legs. So then I just added the background and started thinking about different options for the head design, because on my opinion this was not creepy enough. It was actually like a very basic, very quick idea about aliens. Everybody can, from the first thought, can imagine the alien like this. What is alien? If you Google the image, that will be as simple as that. Because here I think another reason I just forget about the triangle shape at the same time. Then I'm thinking about this ear shape, and some hollow, like holes inside this head, like it can create some dynamic in a way that you will feel the volume, like the volume within the head and its structure. Actually, if you open, that could be also quite interesting. Like you will see from the back, for example, the neck, how it's fixed. That would be quite nice design. And then with this creepy idea, I really like this, like a big teeth. Let's say they make him a little bit more like Invader, so he's like aggressive, a little bit more aggressive, and with a stronger neck, of course. Yeah, so I decided to proceed with this hand, and then I experiment with the hand a little bit. So you know how to orient the hand, so it's like more aggressive. It's not just a regular high, but it's like high, like straight hand. Then I understand that the silhouette is not really given enough, and I decide to give it a little bit more depth by adding some sort of tubes and pipes. They're just like protruding from his back. This is one of my favorite thing in all the sci-fi things, when some sort of machine element, let's say, meet the body, but I am still, as you can see, I am still hiding that behind, because this connection may be something that could be resolved in the future videos, in the future designs. Then I focus on the little extension, because I feel like the alien, it could have some sort of lizard head, extra head, which will go out of it. But then, it's very close to what I also know about the aliens, this famous movie. So it could be also other thing, like maybe part of like membrane, like some futuristic costume, or even his skin, like if he has this if it is possible for him to change the skin, for example, skin color, make it like a reptilia, like snake. So again, I continue working on the silhouette, adding the tone. Here I don't like the shape, because I thought it's not very dynamic, but it's a good element because you can animate that in the future. Like if, for example, this image will become, let's say, background for the song, which I always thinking, like when anyone will select it as a background for their songs. So it could be like animated, and it's quite nice, because on the background it can be like some objects also flying, like even like an asteroid. He's saying hi to the asteroid. No, if it's an invasion, or it's like this like futuristic city on the background, with this kind of like a smooth, modern, contemporary, not contemporary, but modern shapes of uh, of the buildings. So then I move on to the color. I like to use this a little bit, let's say, dirty color, so it's not like very clean. So it's of course, from the blue, and then going to the dark, like like green or some earth color. That also give me the idea, the length to think about the textures more. That actually it can be quite rich, like like insect skin. It's not like really perfect metal, for example. So it's interesting when it has some organic theme within the design of it. So then I come up with a different shape for the head, and that was like a big round for me, because I was thinking like, okay, let me do something similar to the fish, or like literally I imagine the fish head like with the open, because fish they have this very strong frame into their head, so you can feel it quite well, and at the same time like eyes are actually going out. But then as you can see, it's start looking quite friendly, a bit, let's say too friendly. So I'm gonna continue now recording. So here we are. I continue changing the head design, playing with it so little here bit, we are to give it I continue invaders, changing again invader and design, insect, playing with it I keep it in mind to give it I wanted to make it invaders again invader and insect. I keep it in mind and I wanted to make it a little bit aggressive side, and then I decided to give small eyes, big teeth, I'm playing with the shape of the head, and then more small eyes correctly placed, and then I'm playing with the shape I feel that here is also started to get the shape correctly placed, again the triangle, and then I feel that here is original idea, because it has this again the triangle idea. So that was I continue by original idea, and that came in fixing the silhouette, the so shape. I continue by painting just the turn on the textures, fixing the silhouette, finishing shape. Now shadows just for the turn on the overall shape, textures, trying to finish it. Keep in mind again where shadows for the overall shape, trying to keep in mind again, it's like it's quite simple at this stage, because you already feel that you went a couple of times through the shape. It's like it's quite basically like at this stage, because try to decide. You already feel that you went a couple of times through the shapes. It's basically like you try to decide like what is closer to near you, far back, and then behind put the color for the eyes. So the most of the contrast is like yellowish in near you. I can feel that this texture. Put the color for the eyes, like skin texture. Looks quite interesting. Yellowish in actually it gives some depth. Feel that this texture, because it's like space tourist. It's like skin texture. Looks quite interesting. Sky actually it gives some depth more into that, because it's like space tourist. It feels like a space. Now I'm just fixing the sky darkest more color. It's like similar as I decided to keep it in this. Now I'm just fixing the darkest color. It's like similar as ink in this like a comics tutorials. And after that I just put the shadows, finishing the inking on the forward hand, and after that I just put the shadows. That's about it. Just finishing the inking on the forward silhouette to actually have the elements like they're going one behind each other. Just the final touches. Thank you very much for the silhouette to actually have the elements like they're going one behind each other. Thank you very much for watching.